We live, I think. Yeah, drag myself kicking and screaming to more magic. Let's get some music going. No idea what the levels are on the music, but I'm sure we will figure it out. Let's just set that back to the start. Top tier content. So I've got to finish this draft from yesterday. And it's this draft, this red-green board state, as I've decided to call it. Still feels pretty decent. Still definitely possible that some of these cards are wrong. For sure. And kind of probably going to fit in another draft today, maybe some standard, because now we've got at least one standard deck. I think I also have most of the feather deck just by coincidence. Yeah, I've got like the feather main board, but not the sideboard, because I really can't be bothered to waste 2 mythics on Ajani. Even though I got them, but there's just a few decks I might just pick up, and this is one of them. This white-black thing. So I might get to some of that. Let's just plow on with this graph for now. See who we can drag away from Liverpool versus Barcelona. Yeah, it seems like a pretty fine hand. It's got lands, it's got things we can do with lands. It's got the #1 flavor play of Crunch Wrangler into Raging Crunch. Well, I mean, plenty of options on free, right? Ooh, Thunderdrake is a bit nasty. Never like to see that on turn 3. I think I'm just going to attack here, because if it trades for a Thunderdrake, I'm pretty happy with that. While the opponent decides to do, I'm going to crack open a beer. Hummingbird from the 4 Pure Brewing Company. In classic me style, I picked it because it sounds fancy and looked like a nice can. It's a Raspberry Hibiscus Sour Ale. Okay, so Stealth Mission on the Drake, so this could get proliferated up. And definitely got some options. Good Courage in Crisis. Ooh, Casmina's Transmutation on the Crunch is a bit of a pain. Don't really want to play Domri out until we can just fight something away. Could Courage in Crisis to make these things big, with the view of fighting with Domri at some point. Or we could play Burning Prophet and Tybalt's Ranger and just keep beating down. You got no one to insult this time, Matt Lay, I'm sorry. Nah, I like the beating down plan. I think I'm sticking it all on the Wrangler, because then it's got more chance of getting into Domri fighty range. Ooh, that's nice. Basically, it's this Drake versus me right now. Almost makes me wonder if it's worth playing Domri just to have a fog, because the Thunderdrake will attack me, Domri rather than me. Well, they're just going all in on this Drake. Can't even really fight it, to be honest. And we're dead next turn? Oh, okay, that works. No, it doesn't. If we had one more mana, it works. And there's not much we can do otherwise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just dead here unless the opponent chooses not to block. Which I'm pretty sure they will. Yeah, we need one more mana. Okay, well, this feels like a fine matchup. There's the Thunderdrake got a bit out of hand. I just want to put in another Turret Ogre. Arlen's Wolf seemed fine. Maybe not a Tybalt's Ranger game. Upside for you, Matt, is if we lose this one, we get to go into the draft portion again. That's a mole. This is also a mole. This will keep because, like, there's not going to really be a better 4, and if we hit a land, this is actually pretty decent. See, never in doubt. All we have to do now is draw a forest and we're set for life. I mean, that's quite nice. And if this Paradise Druid is attacking Domri, it's not tapping for mana. Are they going to go for the Thunderdrake again? Is this game all is this entire match just gonna be about Thunderdrake? Pollen Bright. And if the count goes on the Druid here, I'm pretty happy with that, because we get to Gaea's Greeting the Druid, and then we swing with Dreadhorde Arcanist and Gaea's Greeting the other Druid, and I'd be pretty happy about that. May as well use the Domri mana. Yeah, that can stay on top. That's just the sweetest value turn. When you get a deck that makes Dreadhorde Arcanist work, it's pretty sweet. The wolf can kill Domri no matter what, unless we play a Turret Ogre. Then we're using that to trade. Yeah, let's just develop our board. And we'll see if we block, depending on what else the opponent does. Like, honestly, not too fussed about losing Domri. Like, we can just keep attacking. It definitely feels like the opponent's kind of like all in on this make one thing big type deal. And we've got a pretty decent beatdown plan right now, so... Okay. So this is like green, blue proliferate. So maybe this isn't too bad. I guess like Pollen Bright Greer's attack past it pretty fine. Kind of makes me want to go bigger. Well, actually no, you don't want to go bigger. Probably want to go low to the ground, maybe? Honestly, don't know. Might be fine as is. That wasn't too bad for us off a Malta 5. And this is a fine 7 as well. Especially on the draw, like we've got both our colours. Gaea's Greeting for anything nasty that comes out early on. Tibalt and Turret Ogres are good at solidifying the ground. How are you doing, Matt Lay, if you're still there? Playing against Esper Control. That doesn't sound like a fun time. Okay, so the opponent probably doesn't have Giant Growth based off that. Vivien's Arc Bow. I know some people are really down on Vivien's Arc Bow. But I actually quite like it. Like in the late game, just get rid of lands. So, get some devils out. Opponent seems to be stuck on forests again. Okay, well there's some islands. Okay, Nurture is going to slow things down for a little bit. Although it's nice that they don't get the life gain. Let's just use our mana efficiently right now. I think, it's funny, like, I actually don't come against Esper that much, although I've not been playing too much ranked. If you keep playing Esper, just, I don't know, jam some Carnage Torrents into your deck somehow. I have no idea what deck you play though. So... my temptation here is to Courage in Crisis the Arcanist. Then play Gaea's Greeting and then free cast it and kill the Nurturer. But there's a lot of mana up here, so I don't know. Could just play the Stinger and hold up Gaea's Greeting for now. And we can cast that, Courage in Crisis, do it again. I don't know. Is now the time to go for it? Well, it's re-proliferating on, right? Don't want another mountain. I'm going to save the Courage in Crisis for now, because we've just got pretty nice blocks here, to be honest. Oh, is the opponent going to Arc Bow now in response? Like, Arc Bow for 5 could turn out some pretty nasty stuff. Arc Bow for 6, actually. But I guess the opponent's got to decide whether to do it now with the Nurturer or what. Because they might just put something out that we can just Gaea's Greeting away. I'm honestly just going to target this, because now it makes any double blocks worse. And if our Devil dies, then the Nurturer's going to die. And that's provided the opponent gets a good hit off Arcbow. This is why we left the Devil back, so we can protect Tibalt, because next turn we can Courage and Crisis. Like, we just don't want a scenario where Dreadhorde Arcanist dies. Okay, so Arcbow for 4. So what are they holding 2 mana up for, I guess, is the question. Opponent is in timeout. Rescue a Sphinx. Is that trigger? Enters battlefield. So that should be triggering, right? Unless the opponent decided not to do it. Teferi's Time Twist. Kind of fine with all of this so far. I do think that was a bug though, right? When it enters the battlefield... I mean, this still entered the battlefield, right? I mean, it has made this Centaur Nurture a bit annoying, but this Arcanist is going to start doing some serious lifting. Now, Tibalt might die, but kind of fine with that. And this is the annoying thing about Arcbow, is that our attacks become like a real pain because of this. And if we just wait, our opponent gets value. I think we're still kind of going for this though. Like, we should be getting quite a bit of value off it. Now, if it survives, we'll be recasting pretty much anything. We get another Tibalt Devil. I also forgot, was it the opponent discarded a Ward Scale Crocodile off this as well? So I wonder what they're trying to hit. Like, maybe they've got like a Kefnet and they're trying to hit that. Got rid of New Horizons. Got a Pollen Bright Druid. So they can... okay, so that was one of the worst case scenarios. Because we don't get to kill this Nurture, we get to... Yeah, this isn't an amazing situation for us at the moment, because the Arcbow just turns any dead draw for them into potentially a creature. Like, this is why I think people kind of... I don't understand why people think this is just a stone unplayable. Challenge Control could be a nice one. And yeah, this Centaur Nurture has just gotten really big and annoying. But I'm going to start attacking with the Troll, I think. The can't be blocking restriction's quite nice. But yeah, I think this is part of the problem, is that, yeah, like every land is just becoming a creature now. Yeah, they definitely have the way to make their evasive flyers a pain. It'd be nice to get Domri here for the fight, or band together or something. I'm going to play this Turret Ogre, but it's not enough on its own. It's going to apply some pressure, but... I think I'm going to start attacking with this, because I just want to be able to start getting him with other things, like these two. And it's either going to get him for damage, or it's going to eat this up. And it might encourage this to attack, we can just stick Devils in front of it. And it's the only way we're going to be racing this Drake. Yeah, this Arcbow is such an annoying card to play against. This makes your attacks so annoying. And the card advantage does add up. Like, what's annoying is the Challenger Troll can't attack through the Centaur Nurturer. Ugh. And this Thunder Drake is going to get us. Need to find a Domri or a band together. Devouring Hellion wouldn't be too bad. What I find weird is the opponent is only using the Arcbow when we're attacking and not just doing it end of turn. New Horizons. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. I might as well target the Ogre. On the off chance that something happens. More beef. So yeah, we have to jump block the Drake this turn, and then yeah, we just really need to find some way of removing this or finding another jump blocker. We definitely have ways to remove it, we're just not drawing into them. And they're running out rapidly with this. Well, that'll be it. Well, we get to draft again. This deck felt better than this result. Don't know, maybe I'm overvaluing some things. Maybe we'll open some good standard goodies at least. Oh, and actually up. Spark double. Ooh, Ugin's nice. Ugin's seeing play in a few things. I mean, I'd rather be drafting the Ugins, but you know, I'll take it. Storev. Wouldn't be surprised if Storev finds a home somewhere, like 4 mana 5/4 trample with upside. It's gotta find a role somewhere, right? Let's come on, Liliana. That is not Liliana. So the rare isn't amazing. But Vraska's pretty good. Trusted Pegasus is decent. Totally Invasion's decent. I think this is probably a Vraska. This is not an amazing pack either, to be honest. But I think Gleaming Overseer is almost certainly the best card. Like, giving the Amass tokens Hexproof and Menace is really annoying. That's enough for me. Gaia's fine. The white cards are pretty average. Invade the City, I've been really unimpressed by. Ashiok's Skulker's been pretty good. Vraska's Finisher's been decent as well. I think I quite like Vraska's Finisher in a deck with Vraska in it, because the Death Touch is kind of help clear things out of the way, and then Finisher makes their blocks awkward as well. So I'll go for that. Could take another Vraska's Finisher, but the best card in the pack is Wanderer's Strike. There's still a Wanderer's Strike and a War Screecher. And I guess like we're not really committed to anything yet, so I'll just take the best card in the pack. And I'll take a toll. There's like decent white coming through. I like all three of these cards, and Divine Arrow's been pretty decent removal. War Screecher's pretty fine. Pouncing Link's pretty average. But why not? Nothing amazing here. Like, we're taking New Horizons in case we end up like 4-color green. And there's definitely some Kronk Stranglers coming through late. Just picking the best card out of each pack at this point. So we're not in red at all, but it's very hard to pass up a God Eternal because they're so powerful. I mean, otherwise Grateful Apparition is really good. I mean, we're not really in any of the colours for sure. Like, I honestly think it's probably worth taking the most powerful card if we're not locked into any of these colours yet. Like, it's just too powerful not to. And kind of following that up with a Angrath's pretty decent. If these are the colours that are open, and kind of Pyrohelix is nice as Callous Dismissal. Lazotep Reaver and Tidebreaker Giant. Nahiri's quite fine as well. Like, it could still be red-white, which is not an archetype I've actually played. Could still be red-black. Splashing blue. I think green is the only thing we're definitely not right now. Pick Nahiri because it fits into more of the possible options we've got right now. While we figure this out. That's a pretty late Tyrant Scorn. Really don't know what colours we should be in. But it's seeming clearer blue and black might be open, because Ashiok's quite nice. So move these out and start thinking Grixis. If we're Grixis, the best card's probably Clarity Extractor. Really no idea what's going on with this deck. I'll take a Gateway Plaza though. This is going off the rails a bit. Like, it's really not clear to me what deck is open, or what colours are open. Because, like, these are good to be coming back in green. This is coming in late in white. And these are fine out of blue. Like, do you just take another New Horizons and, like, just start playing? Yeah, at this point, just play 5-color bombs. See if we can make it work. And if not, then Skulker would be fine. Red Malkin's fine. I really don't know what's going on with this draft, I'll be honest. Like, there's no idea what the signals are supposed to be. Totally lost sums up my deck. I mean, Sparkdoll's actually pretty decent in the deck we're playing. I think we are probably just Grixis now. Grixis powerful cards. I think this one's going to be a pretty easy loss, but I think it's going to take the best blue-black, and we'll splash the red, I guess. I mean, then again, the good removal's red here, right? Maybe it's red-blue, splash black? No idea. No idea. I don't think we're actually red. Vizir's quite good. We're kind of a massy. And we can play the Sky Theatre Strix. Definitely need these Gateway Plazas. I like Saheeli, but Thunderdrake is a nice late pickup for us. And take a Dambreaker as well. Toll. Dambreaker. Hopefully it doesn't go in deck. Oh, a late Skulker. I think this is going to be a bad deck. Just going to say now. Not really sure what happened there, but it felt like all the signals were really weird and off. Interplanar Beacon with 4 Planeswalkers? Probably not worth it. I can drop the mountain count to 1, I think. We actually only need... Oh no, we need it for Nahiri too. Was it down to 39 cards? 12... 14, 16... I need another land. This one might go off the rails pretty quickly. It might not be a long stream anyway. I'm pretty tired. Long day at work. I can probably tell the energy levels are not there as they were from yesterday. This deck probably wants to draw first, to be honest. I think we'll make more use out of the extra cards and definitively need to hit our land drops. I think we're mulliganing this as well. If I could guarantee we draw an island, that'd be nice, but that is the exact same hand, but worse. This is only marginally not terrible, but once you start getting into 4, that's when you get into like never having land territory. I mean, we're not playing any of this stuff for a while, but at least you get 2 lands, a draw and a scry. Ooh, Grateful Apparition on turn 1 is not what we wanted to see. We'll see how quickly I get something to proliferate onto. Yeah, even just like with this hand being curved out on is probably going to be enough. So you're saying there's a chance. I know there's like maybe a case for holding on to the Davriel, but if we can whittle down our opponent's resources even a little bit, and if we can buy some time by having them attack Davriel rather than us, I will honestly take it at this point. Plus, if the hand is all good stuff, then it's not too bad. I mean, we only got a forest, but... I didn't realise Parhelion comes all the way over here as well. So Davriel down. Honestly, drawing Vraska here, we obviously just want to hit lands, but being able to play Vraska here would be quite nice. That is not any of those things. I suppose we should be thankful, because our opponent could definitely have a stronger start than this. No reveal off the Grizzly. I'm just waiting for like the Corrosion Crisis to hit and then we're doomed. And Tear's Light Shield is very similarly in that vein. Yeah, I also think our control deck has no removal. Alright, let's at least see what else we might need to play around next game. Topple the statue, okay. Take any artifacts out. Wanderer's Strike is honestly not very relevant against us for now. The Arlen would definitely put the nail in the coffin. And it can Wanderer's Strike the zombie away. For sure. I'm going to take the hit off the Grizzly. Just because the way I'm thinking this through is, in some sort of weird parallel universe, okay, that definitely puts that to bed. We play the Angrath and amass onto it. That draws the Wanderer's Strike, and somehow we live, but that's not happening. I guess the Wanderer's Strike's going to get used on the Death Touch we play off this now. And I can just topple the statue anyway. I don't see a case for playing Ashiok and Milling here to see more of the deck. Oh boy, we have drafted an absolute honker. Yeah. So proliferate flyers. Probably want the totally lost here. Don't know, maybe we don't want the Dam Breakers because they might be a bit slow here, and then the totally lost can deal with something that's maybe got a bit big. I do enjoy this soundtrack. I meant to take the draw there, but that's alright. This is a better hand than last time, purely because we get all our mana and some early plays. Yeah, we'll see how we do with this, if we can wrangle anything out of this deck, because it is kind of the epitome of just playing 23 cards that we drafted. Doesn't really flow together very well. There's some small internal synergies, but that's it. I keep wanting to play this Gateway Plaza and not being allowed to. Okay, so the opponent has 3 Teos Light Shields and a Makeshift Battalion, but definitely taking this God Eternal Ekekra. The 3 Teos Light Shields is pretty scary because that's just going to make one thing really big. I'll be interested to see how they spread it around, whether... I mean, the Makeshift Battalion becomes a lot more threatening as well when the opponent can just attack with a bunch of 1/4s. This doesn't feel like the time for Spark Double, if I'm completely honest. Get this Gateway Plaza out of the way now. It means we can't keep up the activation on Gridmalkin, but... that's alright. And even if we lose, we manage to nab the opponent's God Eternal Ekekra, and frankly that's a victory in itself. So I know the opponent's on a mono light shield, and it's going to be a bit problematic with this War Screecher for sure. No attacks, I'm kind of surprised by. The light shield can be annoying, but honestly that makeshift battalion, if it gets pumped, is actually just going to get out of hand pretty quickly against us, I think. Because they could easily play the battalion, make it a 4-3, start using War Screecher, we can't block it, gets bigger, etc, etc. It's a bit tricky, because this War Screecher could be attacking, and this Martyr can start attacking pretty readily because we're not going to want to block it. So kind of hoping the opponent is a little gun shy. Yeah, no, they're going to come in with that. And don't have any particularly great blocks, or any particularly great options in this game. I mean, we're kind of having the opposite problem to last game now. We're kind of flooding out. Like, if we could draw something like a Vraska or an Angrath would be in decent shape. But yeah, I think we're just kind of playing with a bad deck. And it kind of shows. I actually think I'm going to block and sacrifice her on the Amass token. So this does proliferate onto this, but we're not blocking it anyway. And it does proliferate onto the light shields, but they're 2/5s. So one of them can get through, but the Dreadmalkin can block the other and maybe set up some double blocks. Vraska also makes that a lot less problematic. And of course the problem with this is that the War Screecher can just go after the Vraska. This is also why I'm not spark doubling here, because there's very little point. Does this sacrifice Planeswalker? It does. So we might get a fog out of this. Try and ride Dreadmalkin to victory. And the opponent's flooding a bit. God, we can't cast that. And Death Touch is probably better on defense right now. I suppose in a dream world we draw the mountain or the other Gateway Plaza. We can play Ilharg, and at the start, at some point, spark double Ilharg. Feels like one of the few ways we'll get through this. And could start attacking with Death Touches. Maybe. I don't know. Can trade for a Light Shield, I guess it's off the board. Oh, sacrifice another. We can't even sack it to itself to fizzle it. Like, almost the saddest thing about this is that we're not dying quickly. We're just dying very slowly. Why can't Spark Double copy creature opponents' things? I think honestly our best hope is for like a Totally Lost or something. Arlen's gonna make this a much nastier time as well. Like, I'm surprised the opponent isn't just attacking with more things, because like they're really in a very comfortable spot right now. And maybe we should be playing the Spark double out on something just as a blocker. I don't really think it matters. Vizier of the Scorpion isn't going to do it. Let's see if the second game goes anywhere close to plan, or if we're going to have a quick one today. And props to whoever managed to get the screen name Nasty, because I bet that was actually quite hard fought over. We've got another horrendous hand here. Well, I think with the mana base and the deck we're playing, that's maybe not a surprise. Probably maybe should be playing more than 4 red sources, given we've got 2 double red cards. Definitely been seeing a lot of Banehounds. I'm not really convinced of how good it is. Raging Crunch is a bit of a pain. We can block the Banehound and it can't attack. So if we take Dreadhorde Twins, it kind of, in some ways, removes the Raging Crunch from the equation. And eventually they'll probably get enough mana for Jaya to remove this. I don't know. But like, we can just block here and hope that just takes them off attacking. Oh, no escape isn't awful. Like, we get to counter the next play and scry. And again, it ties into this thing that if we kill this Banehound, this Crunch can't attack. Especially if we counter the next thing they bring to the table. I suppose there could be a pump spell here, and then that would kind of scuff up our plans. Let's see. Let me just shipping this one back. So this could be the Jaya. I'm honestly not too worried about the Jaya. Like, my main temptation to no escape is honestly for the scry. Like, our next plays are not going to be shockable. The other red source thing's a bit annoying, but not massively worried right now. Only 2 lands away from playing something. You gotta have bad drafts sometimes. The opponent doesn't even have the common decency to play something we can counter and scry off. Ooh, Tyrant Scorn. It's not awful. It's very rare when you counter a Grim Initiate. Not playing the Flux Channeler because it's just going to get Gired. And you continue to play the waiting game. There's actually a case for not putting that on top. Probably just want more lands right now. Aha, the second Raging Crunch. All we need is for the opponent to just draw lands now. I'm just going to do this now because it's more efficient. Like, there's plenty of things we can draw that are going to eat up this mana. Like a Charity Extractor. Which is actually quite a nice one because it doesn't die to the Gyre. But do we have the guts to spark double Raging Crunch? Not Raging Crunch, Charity Extractor. I mean, the Charity Extractor eating Ob Nixilis' Cruelty is fine. People love their Banehounds, don't they? Like, they really, really love their Banehounds. Hopefully the opponent now uses the Gyre Shock and we can have our Flux Channeler live. But they didn't. I think we've got to run it out anyway, because otherwise they just slam in with everything and then shock us to death. We're in pretty bad shape anyway. Oh no, this is just lethal because this does 1 more damage, doesn't it? It didn't matter what we did there, really. And on the upside, the opponent's deck looks pretty average. I think I need to get another... I think we're just getting a Nahiri out of here, to be honest. And for this one, if we put in a Naga Eternal, like, it's just a 3-2, but it will trade with most of the things that they showed us last time. Either way, if this doesn't go to plan, we'll be done with this draft very soon. Yeah. Kind of combined a very bad deck with pretty bad lands and hands. I guess at least we get to like Toll and Charity Extractor. But yeah, this is just not a very good deck. I know, I think maybe it's just because I'm tired from work and whatnot. And just wasn't thinking, but it felt really, really hard to read what was going on in that draft. To me, at least. Maybe just needs to pick a lane sooner. The opponent mulled to 4, so we're going to have plenty of time to set up here. Like, Toll, Thundergate, Charity Extractor's not bad. Especially when the opponent's mulliganing, getting to make them discard something is quite nice. We can deal with the Crunch, so let's get rid of this Ob Nixilis. Normally I'd run the Drake out first, but the fact this can block is fine. We haven't seen any pump spells yet. Yeah, we were safe to do that. Not going to attack to discourage any Burning Prophet attacks because we could double block. So if they attack again, we can issue no combat trick, because if they had a combat trick that would have attacked with the Bane, they would have played the Banehound last turn, I think. And we can all enjoy our stalemate in peace. I am going to attack though, just because they still don't have great attacks. Like if they attack with everything, we block the Crunch, we kill the Banehound. I'll be feeling in good shape. I mean, it feels like both players are flooding out now. And if we're flooding out, then if we draw any reasonable things first, we're not in an awful spot because we'll get the Drake going. And all of the Gunfair is nice for them because it improves their board state and they get to draw 2 off it. It's not great for us. Oh, the Godfair is also nice with Burning Prophet, to be honest. Thinking about some attacks here. But nothing. I'm going to just keep applying the pressure in the air now. I mean, we have a lot of live draws in our deck that aren't land. And having already got 10 lands out the deck, the odds of drawing more aren't overwhelming. Hey, Demonic One, or as you were renamed to, Demonic Cone. Ooh, Widespread Brutality is going to wipe their board, but not ours? I don't know who that was worse for. Doesn't feel great for the opponent. And they're getting him for free here, but we can block that afterwards. And if we're dealing 2 and gaining 1 and they're only dealing 3, then I think we're just winning this race. Especially if we draw anything that isn't a land. Because we have drawn a lot of them. Okay, so the opponent's going to stay back. It's actually been quite a remarkable game because we started the game with the Toll and the Thunderdrake. And I think Charity Extractor is the only non-land we've drawn. Which, to be honest, the way this game has gone hasn't been horrendous because we're very live to draw good things at some point. Or at least draw things that aren't lands. And given our opponent's very aggressive, we've kind of weathered the storm of it. Opponent's now attacking in. I'm happy taking this for now. It makes me think they've got a pump spell of some description. Given that they weren't playing as if they had one before and now they suddenly are. Could also be like a Vraska's finisher they've got or something. Definitely a lot of internal debate going on over here. Yep, Vraska's finisher. So good job us for not blocking. And Ashiok Skulker may just be the best draw that we could have had here, really. The unblockable's really going to add up. And it should help us win any race. But now they've played one finisher, I don't think I'm going to play around a second. They weren't playing like they had the one finisher until that last turn. And if they drew another one after that, then so be it. But if that's going to be the case, I'm going to try and get a double block out of it. And at least kill one finisher. Not putting the Skulker at risk. This could also be unlikely aid. Oh, Nahiri Stoneblades. That's not one you see very often. And it's still kind of a 2-for-1 in our favour. Grim Initiate. Okay, the Vizier is nice. Because we can just stick in front of that now. Oh, why am I putting stops there? And the Skulker should be enough to race. I'm just going to keep a land in hand now in case there's like a Davriel or something that arrives later and we've got something we want to play. But I think if the attacks come here, I'm just going to trade off Death Toucher for their Amass. Because I think we'll be winning any races. Like at present, we never actually have to block this 1-1. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, yeah, we can do this in Dambreaker. So to character up Demonic One, we lost the round with the draft from yesterday, and then we drafted again. And I'll be honest with you, we drafted a pretty bad deck. The signals in it were really rough, and we just kind of ended up with this thing, whatever it is. Oh, that's really nice. Angrath is a near perfect draw because they have to double block the Dambreaker, which won't kill the Dambreaker. We get to Amass. Did that make us unblockable? Yes, I did. But yeah, if that may have been the perfect top deck for us. So yeah, we're gonna see how far this draft goes and then wrap up there, just because work has tired me out as well. Okay, opponent doesn't realise that we have Menace. Probably getting a big old warning thing on their screen. Yeah, I mean, maybe like on a different day I would have read the draft a bit better. I maybe got a bit greedy picking like pack 2, pick 1 Ilharg. But all the God Eternals seem so powerful that they're worth trying to at least play in your deck. Okay, so we tied it up. The opponent's deck is super aggressive, is what I'm getting from this. So I'm actually going to take the Ashiok out because it honestly doesn't feel like the best game for an Ashiok. And I mean, Wall of Ruins isn't spectacular, but it kind of sits in front of a lot of their stuff because it feels if the game goes long, then we're alright. Like, if the opponent's going to play a bunch of Banehounds and Grim Initiates, 0-4 Wall seems solid. Decided I'm going to play Slayer Spire tomorrow. Talking about it's now gotten me in the mood to. Yeah, this honestly seems fine. Gleaming Overseer, Vizier, Vraska. A lot of awkward blocks for our opponent to deal with. Actually have all 3 colours of mana. Still can't cast Ilharg. Will we get turn 1 Banehounded again? We will. It's kind of weird they made this card to look out so menacing and the flavor text is about how scary it is. And it's just a 1-1. I was going to say this beer that I'm drinking is actually really nice. I wasn't expecting it to be, but apparently raspberry hibiscus sour ale is nice. Who'd have thought? So going to play the Gleaming Overseer here because we get 2 bodies out of it, and the 1/4 is going to block pretty nicely. The only combat trick we've been shown is, well, kind of Vraska's finisher, but also Nahiri's Stoneblades. So we'll know based on the way they attack which one they've got, if any. Because if it's Stoneblades, like, just sticking a 1/1 in front of the Banehound's fine, because we're just going to play the Vizier afterwards. Or Vraska. Feels like we're in a pretty good spot. Probably not blocking the Gleaming Overseer, though, just because that Vraska's finisher seems like it'd be a good way to have it go to waste. Not really worried about taking 1. Yeah, it did sound like it was going to be weird. I mean, I normally do like sour beers. And normally they're just described as sour. And like raspberry made sense. Hibiscus, I couldn't even tell you what hibiscus would taste like. What I'm mostly getting is raspberry. But it's one of those, you know, you're in a shop, it's reduced, it's cheap, you think why not? Something different from the average pint. Saheeli Silverwing. And also we don't have that many ways to deal with flyers in this deck, so... Oh, there's a flyer. This does make playing Vraska less compelling, I suppose. Because we only get one Death Toucher out of it. So let's play this and see if how much. Like this is either going to start getting through for 2, or it's going to draw a double block. If we start attacking with this, like maybe we can put ourselves into some situations with the Dam Breaker. Make it bigger, make it more awkward. Like having these 2 out, making your thing hexproof Death Touch Menace is, even at a 2/2 makes it pretty scary. I mean, if this is the trade, is the 2/2 for Silverwing plus anything, I'd be really happy with that. Honestly, I think that was pretty great for us. Like, now we get to play our Vraska in peace. I'm also kind of surprised why the opponent didn't just put Banehound in front of it. It feels like the Banehound can't attack through any of this. The Burning Prophet at least has the potential to. I mean, we have no more Amass for a while, so I'm happy trading a Vizier for it. Like, I think we're being benefited by our opponent making some suboptimal decisions, to be honest. Oh yeah, Death Touch and First Strike is so good. I think is it like the first set I ever really played or even opened was Zendikar. Zendikar Worldwake. Like at the time I was just buying boosters, so I didn't really know which I was playing. But that had Vampire Nighthawk in it as well, which it didn't have First Strike, but like flying Death Touch Lifelink was such a wonderful combination of abilities. No Escape's a nice draw because it will allow us to control the board a bit more. And we can play it and Skyfear Strix, so we get to develop our board at the same time. If I could play against this deck every round, I'd be quite happy. We might salvage something out of this. I'll take that. It's not the most scary widespread brutality in the world. I'm just going to hold up no escape again. Oh, Matley, I'm so glad you weren't here for the draft. The draft was a complete train wreck. I didn't throw on the Nahiri Stoneblades to kill this or something, then so be it. If it's Vraska's finisher, I'm going to feel very satisfied. Yeah, Matt, the draft was a complete train wreck. Like, the signals were all over the place, and it felt like all the colours were open, in some ways. Okay, I'm fine with that. Like, we were getting decent stuff in every colour, but no bombs in any colour. So, I'll be honest, the fact that I feel like we might win this one is a bit of a miracle. And the first pick in this one, Gleaming Overseer, I think. Let's see if we can get some Death Touches through. Aha. Cannot say how much I love Vraska in this format. Card is so sweet. If this draft doesn't go to plan, yeah. If this draft doesn't go to plan, I'm not sure if we're going to do another one. I'm absolutely knackered. It's been a long day at work. I think Red Malkin was pretty fantastic as a draw there. A nice thing about Widespread Brutality having been wasted is that we just get to play things out pretty safely. Ah, Foil Gleaming Overseer is pretty nice. And 4 viewers, I'm sure, just clamouring for another draft. We'll see. Maybe this one will go. It feels like, barring something pretty disastrous, we're actually going to get at least one more match out of this than I thought we would. And we did have to play against a pretty bad deck to get through it. You've missed the end of the last draft, and you've missed a pretty train wrecky second draft. We've already got a 1 loss on. So we kind of ended up with this. I need to take this Nahiri out again because it's actually just really quite bad. In this deck at least. Totally lost, sure. So yeah, we've kind of got no real bombs. We've got some decent stuff. We've got like a Gleaming Overseer and a Tyrant Scorn, Thunder Drake, some Planeswalkers. But yeah, it's a pretty bad draft, and the mana's wonky, Gary. I'll admit. And we're trying to salvage it as best we can. If we're lucky, we can salvage it into being able to draft a 3rd time. But yeah, definitely better out than Nahiri in it, because we were just having Nahiri stuck in hand every game. Yeah, it's possible that we shouldn't be splashing the Ilhag, because it's making like this mana base. I mean, this might be the first game we get to cast it. No, or not. The one time we've had this in hand and can cast it, gets told of the invasion. Flux Channeler's not a bad one. Play Vraska next turn and See what happens. Are we getting widespread brutality in another game? Ah, New Horizons. Okay, that Grateful Apparition is a problem. And is why we're changing our plan to playing this. Just adjusting the noise levels a bit. Is it? Oh yeah, it is 4-color. I mean, the opponent's doing it. I honestly wonder if we have to throw this under the bus. I just have no other ways of dealing with this Grateful Apparition. But if it hits, it becomes a 3-3. This is a 3-3. Oh, God. I think I have to take it. In the hope that I can make Skyfear to Strix block it at some point. But, God, are we in a bad spot already. Like, this card, when it works, is fantastic. Oh, okay, we're fine. Yeah, just destroy it. Absolutely zero reason to get greedy. This is when our opponent reveals the 5th colour and plays Lazotep plating. And the fact they're taking a lot of time is already making me worried. If it's Lazotep plating, then you know what, you just have to accept that as part of life sometimes. That your opponent will reveal the 5th colour with the one card that gets them out of this jam. Okay, Heartfire is fine. Unfortunately, due to aforementioned terrible mana, we don't get to hold up No Escape after this. We get to play Vraska. I mean, yeah, there probably is plenty of other cards, but you know, whatever. It's another case in point for why Vraska's so good. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, something's dying here to a removal spell, but Vraska stabilizes so much. This is 4-color Proliferate. I mean, I don't want to say this deck is greedy, but wow. I don't know what the splash colour is. White for Grateful Apparition? I don't know. I'm gonna go for the No Escape here. Like, honestly, if the opponent isn't attacking, we're in not a horrible position. Wouldn't mind drawing another blue source. I say wouldn't mind. Would desperately want to draw another blue source. Maybe the key is to lose your first match so you play against some of the more weird and wonderful, non-straightforward decks. Okay, I guess if they're going this many colours, they at least have the mana fixing to back it up with like this and 2 New Horizons and a Gateway Plaza. And I gotta start attacking with something eventually. Got such a wide array of emoticons. Now if I get to kill one of these with a Death Toucher again, I'll be fine. I'll live with that as a trade. Vraska will have definitely done her job. Just want to draw another blue source. It's possible I shouldn't be holding up no escape, I don't know. It's because at least if we no escape something, we might get another activation off Vraska. I forgot Davriel was in deck. This is definitely like the best Davriel situation. Like, do we just cash in, Vraska now? I still don't know how we're winning this game. Yeah, just cash in Vraska now. Like the only non-creature spell, like they're not casting any creatures, so we actually have a bit of advantage now between this and the Ashiok Skulker. So all coming together. If all our opponents flood out, then it's all fine. We're on our way. So discard first. I would have been able to keep the Vraska now, but, you know, we're definitely prompting them to action. They are playing blue. Oh, well, I guess it's a Dam Breaker here, but... I guess 5 colour, but... Is 5 colour worth it for some of this stuff? I'm happy waiting. Like, it feels like one of the few ways we can really fall behind is some big creature or planeswalker. So, don't need to bash him with Ashiok, the Skulker just yet, because, I mean, Ashiok's doing all the work. And I definitely have the fixing to back this up. There's a Leyline Prowler in there. Contentious plan. But I think 3 activations, yeah. Yeah, Ashiok, I mean, Ashiok can just win the game alone at this point. Like, if they attack, the Death Touchers, it's going to deal with it. Oh, finally, a second blue source, and it's the Gateway Plaza. So I saw a Ral in there. And even if we don't proliferate, right? Like, 2 more activations, plus the opponent's drawing cards. Like, what does the opponent have in hand? Oh, now we just win. They've got 2 Rals. Tibble, Jaya, Ral. This is such a sweet way to win. Big brain plays. Okay, so the opponent has some big stuff and a bunch of planeswalkers. Like, honestly, our setup might be fine, to be honest. So another win I'm just going to put down to, music's even kicked into a triumphant mode there. Oh, now back to Mournful. Just, you can't stop the Vraska. And even if we get off to a slowish start here, we're not too bad. Actually just gonna play our normal thing here. That's my first Ashiok win, which is quite nice, because I've been wanting to get a few Ashiok wins in there. I assume the Ashiok's gonna go here though. Oh, they got rid of Ashiok's Skulker. And it probably implies some sort of shenanigans with like a Spark Harvest or something. It also might not be in a horrendous position because the opponent is off green. I mean, I'm not thrilled about the Ral. Where goes the second Ral? I'm just going to fix the mana here. Maybe I should be attacking Ral and not getting so precious about this. Okay, we copy in. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, probably should have been attacking the Ral. I guess we can get to that next turn, because I don't see the point in blocking to keep Ashiok alive. Well, let's yeah, I don't. This deck, like, you definitely can go for these 5-color green decks. It's a bit all over the place. And the downside is they've reached 6 mana, so they can start playing things like Tidebearer Giant and whatnot that we actually really struggle to deal with. Because the other thing is, like, we could be looking at this and, like, it's like they have 5 cards in hand. They could all be like green stuff. Well, there is as the kids say, Bay. And the Death Touchers aren't the best protection here because the Ral minus could deal with them pretty effectively. I also have no idea why I didn't play Gateway Plaza there. I guess the upside is if they copy something here to like kill these things, then we may be able to just kill it with the Skyfear Strix. If it's another contentious plan, that's rough because it's just like draw 2, kill a bunch of stuff. Oh, I mean Tyrant Scorn isn't much better though. I'm pretty sure they could have done that in a better way. Okay, so we're not in a great spot now. So, I guess they can cast the Couraging Crisis off the Guild Globe. Yeah, we'd be in decent shape, but Ral did some work. I suppose we can still draw Ilhag. I'm just going to keep this around because we've got Vizier and like Gleaming Overseer, so it might not be awful to keep this around. Don't know. Probably have to jump this time though. Yeah. Anyone think we're winning this one? Because if you do, you are a more optimistic person than I am. In fact, I'm just going to concede. I just don't see how we can possibly get out of that. Run it back. No. It's not great, but it's also not horrible enough to mulligan. Like, I don't think this deck's getting many better 5s, put it that way. Davriel should be pretty decent against this deck though. I mean, it doesn't have that many early plays. I mean, watch an early play now land. And we'll put a bit of pressure on. You have to follow up with Vraska. Go up the ground a bit. Opponent's not doing much. And they're definitely having to think about what they're discarding. Which is pretty good for us. Courage and Crisis, that's fine. Vraska can start gumming stuff up. Any game where you get to curve Davriel into Vraska can't be that horrible a start. Especially when your opponent isn't playing anything. Yeah, there's definitely a case for playing the bird first. Just because the opponent's got so many planeswalkers, this is making it really annoying for them. And also, if this Death Toucher starts getting free for damage, that's pretty nice for us. I'm going to make the other Death Toucher because I'm not necessarily worried about Wraths because we haven't seen any yet. It would be nice to draw like Flux Channeler at some point. Kiora's Dambreaker. I would really like to draw a land here, because if we get to totally lost that, like this, it's such a nice tempo swing. Because if they replay it, we just bounce to a Tyrant Scorn again. Yeah, like there's some really cool arts in this set. Like any of the Seb McKinnon arts are so sweet. Okay, Gaia. And the Gaia's not too bad because we get to kill it. Get to play our amazing 1/5. Like at this rate, our Death Toucher is going to be big enough to just fight through Dambreaker. So I'm going to bounce the Dambreaker, just keep the tempo up. I'm just going to try and get the benefit off the Sky Theatre Strix. Like, I think there's only one card we could have drawn there that would have punished us for it at like 5. And honestly, the extra damage might matter, especially when we've got like Davriel out. And we've got a Sky Theatre Strix that flies. It just makes the clock that little bit quicker. And we're still in a fine spot. Dambreaker can't really attack because of this. And if it does, we've got a no escape to take out any blocker after that. I don't think I care about Jiang Yang Yu. Although my pause with it there may have given it away. Don't think I care about Courage and Crisis either. This Dambreaker can't attack. Ooh, Toland Invasion is a nice one. In fact, that's going to be pretty close to lethal. Oh no, it is lethal. This is just lethal. Okay, no it's not. Oh, now it's definitely lethal. What? I don't know if the opponent got screwed over by the auto tapper there. Or what? But I'll take it. Eh. Yeah, I guess it's lethal regardless, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well honestly, I'd have taken 2 wins at the start of this, so anything else is just gravy. We'd normally mulligan this, but we can actually play a decent amount of our hand. And if there's one thing I've learnt, this deck mulligans horrendously. It is a very slow 2-land hand. But, I know. I've kind of already given up on this deck, which is probably not a good idea, because it's making me play very loosely. But, you know, here we are. The advantage for the audience is if I play loosely and we lose anyway, we just get to go to the next games. Or next draft even. Cruel Celebrant. Let's do some Ashiok-ing to start off. Dustmantle Operative, Wanderer, Swamp, Gateway Plaza. So I don't know what the splash is, or they're just playing the Gateway Plazas for more consistency. There's definitely a thing about playing Gateway Plazas in a 2-colour deck that it can't be right all the time, can it? Oh, well there's the splash colour. Charity Extractor. And now for the Dreadmalkin. What do we get this time? Spark Reaper, Gleaming Overseer. Ashiok's definitely taking some damage this turn. I mean, this isn't like the game where Ashiok's going to win it for us, I don't think, so this is not the worst situation in the world. See, viewers make the deck is interesting. Matley will just shout over everyone. Tyrant Scorn. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. There's that damn apparition. Well, play out 2-2. This Ashiok's dying regardless, so let's just hope we nab like a God Eternal or something. Honestly, if we hit lands, like, we're in quite a nice spot, because any land we can play Ilhag. And it feels like Ilhag would be pretty good. It would be nice to at least get to cast it once. But yeah, being stuck at 4 with this hand is already, it's actually like, we don't have too many things we can draw that we can't cast at this point, so most of our draws are live. Pouncing Lynx. So is the blue just for the Tyrant Scorn and the Gleaming Overseer, I guess. Cool. I'm gonna play Ashiok Skulker because it blocks all the same, and I don't. Okay, I'm literally no escape testing there. So unless they draw it this turn, we're fine with this Ilhag. Watch me now get hold of the invasion. But yeah, I think it's fine to hold off on Ilhag for a turn when the opponent's holding up 2 in a blue. Ooh, Obnix. We're gonna continue our streak of just getting absolutely ruined by Ob Nixilis in games. Especially with the Proliferate out is quite hideous. So if we play Ilhag, it's just going to die to Ob Nixilis. Oh man. Is there honestly a case for, like, totally losting something here? Like, totally lost Charity Extractor? And either the Celebrant has to die or we get in for 1. Or we play Ashiok Skulker and hope for the same result? God, can that possibly be right? I think it is actually right. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think we actually just need to deal with this Ob Nixilis in a way that means that we can resolve Ilhag or Ashiok Skulker. It might also cause them to keep some stuff back, I don't know. I don't think Matley's ever made a deck for me. Or at least not one that's been good. You can expect his outraged reply now. Um. Yeah, this oh, Liliana's Triumph as well. If they don't play a creature here, it's not the worst, but you've helped me win nothing. I honestly think we just need to put the most bodies out here to make sure this Ob Nixilis dies the next turn. Like, there's no point living the dream with Ilhag or anything if it's just gonna die. I mean, we might be dead already. Which pre-release? I legitimately don't know what you're talking about. I mean, you could be talking the honest truth, Matley. Either way, I don't remember. I also think either way I'm dead here. I have to kill the Ob Nixilis, otherwise it ticks up off Apparition and we die. The Ob Nixilis definitely will die. We'll kill a Pouncing Lynx. They'll have 2 blockers, 2 attackers. Well, the Ob Nixilis has to die anyway. You're talking about a random arena draft? Oh, they just had that happen. Okay. I mean, we're just dead this way as well, aren't we? Unless we have some sort of way of playing multiple things out. Which we don't. Well, make them have it, and I guess we don't show off the Ilhag. Okay, well now we know about D-Spark as well. But yeah, you can't expect me to remember stuff, Matley. I have a very poor memory. Maybe if you turned up to more things and told me about them. Okay, new plan. Total the invasion of Nixilis. I mean, yeah. And the upside is the Wanderer is actually pretty bad against us. I also wonder if this is going to get, stealth missioned. Which is also actually quite nice for us because Clarity Extractor is just going to potentially sit in the way of that. And what I'm hoping is that the opponent's going to go all in on this Lynx. And that they despark this, and then we totally lost the Lynx at some point. I mean, we only need an island. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of fine if the opponent is doing this. Now we've got plenty of time to find an answer. Ashiok will buy some time because the opponent will probably just attack it. And if we draw an island, we're just completely fine. Well, let's drop the shock. Every time I do Ashiok, I click the graveyard and then Yggdrasil goes to exile. Let's not talk. I'm interested to see what the opponent does here. If they attack me or Ashiok. Liliana's Triumph. That's fine. Definitely feels like they're sinking all their resources into this one Lynx. And if we draw an island, we're in pretty nice shape. Still in pretty nice shape with an island. We've got 3 turns. I guess the question is why the opponent isn't playing out the Wanderer yet. And Duskmantle Operative. It's a slow island. It's definitely a slow island. So now we need some sort of thing we can play out as well. And Vraska will do it. Hopefully. Just need to dodge removal. So there's a small argument for trying to bounce the Lynx in case they've got an indestructible thing, but that seems very cute. And everything is now fine. Get rid of the Wanderer, so now our Dambreaker is going to be fine if we play it. Gonna throw the zombie in front of the bus here because the Death Ducture can grow. Ooh, the Clarity Extractor. Somewhat stable now, at least. I'm not going to minus the Vraska just yet. There's definitely a case for doing it. This is one of those cases. So we get to trade for the Martyr, I guess. And the opponent's just got to go at us now, right? We still get a Vraska token. Oh, we also get to Spark Double here, potentially. Double Vraska. Yeah, that's... It's the best card in the set. God, this is gonna be so annoying for the opponent. They're just gonna throw this away? I'm cool with that. I'll be honest, I don't really get that attack from the opponent. Get told if totally lost. This deck is doing so much better than it has any right to. Is there any... I guess we can get like Oath of Kayad out or something still. There's one thing with haste in black. It's the Banehound. So I'm just going to play 2 blockers out just in case. Finally got to cast Ilharg. Almost certainly won't get to attack with Ilharg. You say overperforming, like... There's so few moments where Vraska is bad. And the moments where Vraska would be bad, like very few cards are getting you out of that situation anyway. And like, this Vraska's doing well in a deck even with like pretty little proliferate. But like, I would first pick Vraska over like so many things right now. There's a chance this is too slow, but it has all our mana, and we're on the draw. Our opponent's deck is not necessarily quick. Yeah, fair. Like, I think in a lot of formats, I think where most people evaluate it would be like pretty like on the ball. I think the fact that this format has even lower amounts of flying and evasion than most is only benefiting her. Well, that's an Ashiok. I guess we're not the only ones who can play it. The fact it didn't hit like 4 lands as well. Oh, why didn't I attack Ashiok there? Whoops. Bit of a punt. Would I take Vraska over Bolas pick 1? Probably not. Just because Bolas can be so powerful. But of course, like, Bolas commits you color-wise so much, but the payoff is generally worth it, and it's one of those weird things that in Arena, if you want to force the colors, you pretty much can, I think. Like, yeah, you can force the colors if you want. No Ilhag gone, but I think all our mana to cast Ilhag is gone, so... yeah, I don't think we can cast Ilhag anymore. So Ashiok's done a number on us. But I think we're actually going to be able to stabilise here. Yeah, Ashiok, like, I really wish the deck had more proliferate, because, you know, if you just, like, Ashiok proliferate your way through things, you're honestly golden. Okay. Our opponent doesn't have the best beatdown plan here, so we're slowly running them out of options. We get to hold back the Strix now as well. I know we've still got a Wanderer Strike to play around, I think. Also, Kiora's Dambreaker, I think, is actually beginning to stand out as an overperformer for me. For what it's worth. Yeah, Sorin's not been good. Narsit's, do we just hold the invasion here while it's got any relevance? I think we do. Oh! Wait, why didn't they cast it? They could have cast that for 2, right? Yeah, Karn is... It would have to be a very, very specific case for Karn. Yeah, I know. I've just seen the Liverpool score. That's kind of wild. Like, there's a Barcelona fan in the office, so and plenty of Liverpool fans, so that could get interesting tomorrow. 4! Oh my god. Liverpool Ajax final potentially. That is yeah, I don't know why the opponent didn't cast finale there. And if anyone wants to catch the last 10 minutes of Liverpool-Barcelona, I wouldn't blame you. Is it not an instant? I think it is. Oh, no, okay, it's not an instant. That's fair. Highlights probably are on later. Basically, Demonic Cone. That is just your name now. Sorry. Like Barcelona are regarded to be one of the best teams in the world, and Liverpool are decent. And Barcelona won the first game 3-0, which means Liverpool have to win. They literally have to win 4-0 to overhaul the disadvantage. Of which I think the odds you would have got on it would probably have been like 25-1. I really hope Liverpool do well today, just because I really like their manager basically said to them, either fail. Sorry, it's like either we win or we fail beautifully. I probably am thinking of commence the end game. But yeah, I love the idea of either winning or failing beautifully. Yeah, sorry about the hotel Wi-Fi. And you can still message me and whatnot. I can multitask. And I hope you're doing all right. Well, let's attack. Actually, oh no, I should have massed this first. Actually, no. Attack with the 3-3. Because a 5-5 they might just let through because they'd have to triple block, which I don't think they're doing. And if we get a double block here, we can Vraska's Finisher and Venomass. The opponent is really debating some sort of play here. I don't know what it is. I also favour attacking because our blocks are decent. Only Spark Harvest kills this, or like a mid-combat Obnixis' Cruelty, of which in 2 games and a lot of Ashok mills we've seen neither. Or we just win! Somehow this deck is getting wins. I have no idea how it's getting wins, but it's getting them. Ah, my enemy. So that is 3 wins. That is another draft, so Matt Lay, you're in luck. I promise you, even if we win every single game, I'll stick around and do the other draft. Just for you. Not doing that. I'm going to keep this. Like, I'm still playing loose with this deck because my expectations for it are very low. I know it's not the way to play, but I'm perking up a bit now. I think the beer is kicking in because this is actually a pretty big beer can. And I'm sad to be getting to the end of it because it's actually one of the nicest beers I've had in a really long time. I think I was just in the mood for it because at work I'm moving on to some projects about beer. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. Sometimes the bad deck is the one that overperforms for you. Big Bacon? You're gonna have to explain what that is. Yeah, Big Beer Can is a from the 4 Pure Brewing Company Hummingbird Raspberry Hibiscus Sour Ale. Available in wherever I got this from, which I think was Tesco's. You're really in on this kicking and screaming thing, aren't you? So I guess at what point do we play Vraska's Finisher? Like with the opponent stuck on 2 lands. No worries, Demonic One. I appreciate you turning up for any amount of time. You'd have to apologise for watching someone else, especially if it's your mate. But I hope you enjoy their stream, and thanks for coming along. I will actually destroy this thing. Ugh. So I think it's Sarkhan because I don't think we're ever beating Sarkhan. And what we need is for opponents to just never draw lands. Oh. We're not racing here, are we? We're gonna jump, let's get this down to a 1-1. I'm probably just have to drop the finisher at some point. Although I think between our opponent having like a Callous Dismissal and a Fibblethip, and almost certainly getting to commence the endgame, I feel like we've won our way out of this bracket enough in order to now have to play against good decks. But honestly, just getting our money back out of this is a victory in itself. But I will play it out because you should never just concede for no reason. Cough, cough, Matlay, cough, cough. What I'm not looking forward to is basically every time I beat you now, Matlay, you're just going to mention that you had to drag me to the win kicking and screaming or something, and it's going to torment me. I guess the one advantage we have here is even if they have commenced the endgame, is that they do have to pump this all into one amass token right now. So if we draw a totally lost, we're fine. You know what card would be good right now? Vraska. Although, to be completely honest with you, Dreadmolkin's not horrendous either. My size is a medium. I like the colours blue, purple, orange and yellow. Font choice is up to you. I'm also not paying. The sound of me drinking there brought to you by me not knowing where my mute button was. Are we dead? Yes. If we rush through this, we can get to the next one quickly. It is one of those true things that the drafting is broadly more fun than the playing. So, something else that's actually, did the network have any good documentaries? It does. Like, did you ever watch the NXT, oh god, what was it called? Proving Ground? Oh, it's something. But there used to be some ones about NXT specifically on there. That were really good. Something I've been told is quite good is there is like these WWE Untold things that are pretty decent. They're kind of like, they're not documentaries, they're like a series of phone conversations with footage overlaid about like death of WCW, death of ECW kind of thing. I'm trying to think, there's a really good wrestling documentary I saw recently, but it used to be on Netflix, I don't know if it is anymore. It's, you might have seen it already, it's The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. I'd never actually watched any of those DVDs, to be honest. But yeah, The Resurrection of Jake the Snake's pretty good. I'd just like to point out how close we are in it to being able to go Ilhag, Spark double Ilhag. I'm actually going to attack with this zombie because the Scry of Burning Prophet could be really relevant. It reminds me, did you ever get around to watching the New Japan MSG show? Because that's still worth watching. What happened where? You want to say yes, but in reality what you mean is no. Oh, the MSG show. So that was the one you were asking me about, and I said to watch the Junior Heavyweight Triple Threat. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Zack Sabre Jr., Kazuchika Okada and Jay White. And there was one that was really good, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, Kota Ibushi, Tetsuya Naito. And there was an ROH ladder match as well. It looks like we're going to do it. We're going to Spark double Ilhag, and we're going to put in a Sky Fierce Strix off it. Yeah, it was Lethal. Oh, 5 minutes injury time. Yeah, it was Jay Lethal, Matt Taven, and I want to say Mighty Skull. Oh, this puts it back. I've never actually been able to attack with Ilhag and put something into play. I don't know how easy it is to share New Japan World logins, because there was 2 like really incredible matches from the weekend. One of which I think you'd probably enjoy. Yeah, I think the question is how easy that's going to be to watch, to be honest. Sorry, I'm also kind of distracted by the Liverpool thing. Like, surely they can't somehow pull this off. Totally lost. Let's play our Strix out again and hold up no escape. I should have attacked first. I could have got some really sweet blocks out of Clarity Extractor. Oh no, Totally Lost is terrible with Kazmina out. Yeah, I didn't watch Raw last night, but everything I saw and all the podcasts I listened to seemed to indicate that it was just atrocious. This feels like a Vraska's finisher situation, in which case the no escape's going to be sweet here. Or is it just pump spells? Oh, commence the endgame. I walked right into that. Well. Oh god, this Kazmina. And I guess I can just sit here and wait behind the Death Toucher. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. They're in the last minute of added time. This is almost reminding me of, like, was it Barcelona-Chelsea where, like, Barca scored in the final minute? Yeah, full time. Liverpool have somehow done it. That's incredible. That's actually incredible. That's... God, what odds would you have got on that? Also, what odds would you got at the start of the season on a... I think... Is this the semi-final? Or the quarter-final? I'm honestly a bit... Like, what odds would you have got on the possibility of either a Liverpool Ajax final or a Liverpool Tottenham final? Okay, now I can pay attention to the game. I just assumed I'd draw Ilhag again and be fine. I don't... Oh, Menace. Menace. I'm fine getting rid of some wizards here, to be honest. This Strix doesn't really do much in the air anyway. Eventually I'm going to be able to kill this Kasmina and with the Ilhag. Because what the Ilhag's going to do... I mean, if we get to attack with Ilhag... It's actually a case for attacking with the Death Toucher here, to be honest. Like, if they block with the Amass thing, fine. They block with the Burning Prophet, fine. If they swing in... No, let's just wait. So Ilhag's got Trample. It'll put a creature into the battlefield tapped and attacking, and this is a creature. Oh wait, I can just right click it, can't I? So in theory, if I attack with Ilhag, I get to put in Spark Double. And depending on how they've attacked before, we either kill Kasmina or kill Angrath. Because if we kill Kasmina, then we get the benefit of we can then totally lost this Amass token. Okay, they're just attacking then. When does the creature return? End of turn. I do have to block this with Menace, but at the same time, like, once this Amass token's gone, the Vizier is fairly useless. Does Spark double dying as Ilhag tuck into deck? I don't know. You can't, Matley. Spark double is creature or planeswalker you control. Okay, so they've got their own totally lost. Three, 4, 6. Ilhag put in Ilhag. And this is fine because I think we're gonna get to kill a whole bunch of stuff here. And the only real threat right now is this 8/8 Amass token, which we're gonna totally lost once Kasmina's dead. Because the only reason we haven't been able to is because of Kasmina's bloody static ability. I don't know why they're blocking with the Fibblefip. Seems like a bit of a waste, because this is... Yeah, the Fibblefip triggers if it dies to damage, right? And we get rid of that, and we get to play a Dreadmalkin for bonus. Yeah, I was about to say, this player's deck does seem very, very strong, and I'll be happy to take one game off it, and if we somehow sneak two, then frankly there's no justice. Because we're just attacking with double Ilhargs every turn, right? Next turn we're attacking for 13 at them, plus a Dambreaker. And a Dreadmalkin. There's a Spellkeeper Weird's annoying. Okay, so the opponent's going the aggressive route. If we attack with everything, it is lethal, I think. I should probably be doing the maths, but honestly, if we get to the next draft, I'll be fine. This almost certainly has to draw some blocks from them. Three, four, six. I'm fine holding up no escape here, I think, because we can just get rid of any latent blockers they try and play out. Oh, unless they do Relentless Advance. 6, 8, 10. If they have any of an... Oh no, that's just enough, right? 8, 10, 12. Well, I think it was still the right play. I guess we could have kept Dreadmalkin back, to be honest. But I think we would have been very fortunate to win against this player. Four boosters. I'm doing pretty well out of this draft format. Ooh, Ajani's nice. Can definitely see Ajani finding some homes. Bleh. I guess you gotta open them sometime. These are not good packs. At least at this point, like, I'm getting to my wildcards and that's a nice feeling. Like, and like my vault's filling up pretty quickly at this point, to be honest. Right, back into the fray. Yeah, agreed, Matt Lay. I can see taking Death Sprout, I can see taking Tyrant Scorn, I can see taking Storev. Storev I think would be an easy bomb in most formats, but like every time I've seen it played, it's not been that impressive. At the same time, it's like, what are we passing up on? Like, if you're going to play one double black green, Storev's probably fine, better than Death Sprout. Yeah, I mean, having seen it twice isn't enough to base off. I mean, okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying that we're wanting to go for Leyline Prowler. Like, we just go, like, Leyline Prowler and just keep opening green-black stuff and splash everything, right? Huh. Yeah, too much excitement. For sure. Hmm. I would be tempted to go, like, Tyrant Scorn? Or Spark Reaper. Because I really like Spark Reaper. We could go Tyrant Scorn. Like, Sultai seems like it'd be good. Or we could just try and take every single bomb. So I'm going to make a prediction here. I want to go Pollenbright Druid. Matlay's going to say Thunder Drake, I think. This is also, I think, the first time in this format I've ever seen a Cyclops Electromancer. I didn't open it in any seal pool. I've never been past it in draft. I've never opened it in draft. That's such a good card. To be honest, this might be Thunder Drake. I really like Pollenbright Druid though. I'm opening it up to the room. Okay, if you're both in on grid, that seems most sensible. Okay, so there's options here. There's no escape. Total Invasion, which I just grow to love more and more in this format. Sorin's First, or New Horizons. And then, like, if we go New Horizons, we are then looking at like full on. Let's go green black, 5-color, because there's definitely a couple of these kicking around as well. The Mana Geodes. Yeah, first hasn't been amazing, has it? I'm kind of thinking Arlen's Wolf maybe. Like, I quite like Arlen's Wolf, and if 5-color doesn't pan out, green black could be fine. So. These packs just haven't been good, have they? I would say. I'm leaning towards Tithe Bearer Giant here, to be honest. This has overperformed for me, I think. Like, all the 6-drops seem to be fine, and I'm happy with anything that says draw a card, so. Yeah, Wolf has been pretty solid. I'm going to take Gateway Plaza here. The packs have been horrible. Honestly, Primordial Worm's so replaceable, I actually kind of want to take Tea's Light Shield. Because I've played Abzan Proliferate a few times and it's been pretty solid. Take a Crawl Stinger. And I'll take another Tea's Light Shield. So what we need is to open a bomb here. I don't know if Oath of Kaya is it. So, okay, so how good is Oath of Kaya, really? 3 mana, deal free, game free is like you take over a lot of things. But then you've got Grateful Apparition. And like, this card can be a bomb. I am thinking more one flyer. Like, I've played plenty of decks with Oath of Kaya, and it is just 3 mana, deal free, gain free. Like, the attacking a Planeswalker you control I don't think has really ever come up, and we don't have any right now. I'm just wondering, because like, yeah, maybe we're more green-white than green-black. I am also tempted by this Wanderer's Strike, which is, I think Wanderer's Strike is better than Oath of Kaya as well, if I'm being honest with you. I think I'm gonna go this. Well, this pack sent us the wrong way, didn't it? Let's just move this for now. Okay, so if we're green-white, then the pick would probably be Battlefield Promotion. If we're a Proliferate deck, Ashiok definitely an option. Cruel Celebrant is alright. I think I'm going to take Ashiok because if we're proliferating in any way, it becomes pretty good. And then we'll see what else we open. Like, isn't any of these packs just very weak? Yeah, all of the colours. Like Gideon's Triumph, like Martyr for the Cause is solid 2-drop. And we kind of don't have removal yet. I feel like Martyr for the Cause, maybe. If we're green-white, that's going to be the best card in it. See, you know, the colour we're not getting here is green, actually. Because, like, Herald is fine, Spark Harvest is great. Trusted Pegasus, it's more than fine. Like, it does kind of make me wonder if we take Spark Harvest and maybe just keep the white to a splash now. Because, like, Spark Harvest is just the best card in the pack, right? We've got a Gateway Plaza and a Leyline Prow and New Horizons, like, yeah, let's just take the best card. And let's keep taking the best card. That's a late Spell Gorger Weird. I think the bots underrate Spell Gorger Weird. I think I'd rather have Arlen than Wanderer Strike. Yeah, Toll of the Invasion's solid. Another Tithe-Breaker Giant or Guild Globe? I'm a big fan of the Guild Globe. I think I probably overrate it, to be honest. But I'm kind of liking this green-black splash at the moment. I think it's a Tithe-Bearer Giant, maybe. Oh, a Globe. Yeah, let's try a Globe. And then, yeah, if we're doing any sort of proliferate shenanigans, Ward Scale Crocodile becomes pretty good. There's no black or green card, and Rising Populace, definitely solid. There's Battlefield Promotion coming back. Sideboard. Sideboard. That's late. So we're green-black then. I swear, every time I open any green-black route, I always get Casualties of War in the third pack. But yeah, it's got to be Casualties, right? Still don't really know what mana we're playing. I was gonna say Kiora here, but like this is just an easy Ob Nixilis. This is Cruelty, right? This is going to take some sorting out, but we might end up just with a good enough green-black deck at this point. Ooh! 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 It's all coming together, friends. It's all coming together. Ooh, this isn't bad either. Like, Ceratox fine. Tamiyo... What does this do again? Spells and abilities you control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. Choose an online card name, reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all cards. Is this card that good? I honestly have no idea. I actually might need it for standard. So I can play Nexus decks and make Matt Lane mad. I mean, I guess we've already got 25 cards. Like, what are we missing out on? So, like, something's coming back out of this pack, so I'll take it for standard at the very least. Eventually, I think we'll get one of these Arboreal Grazers, but like Shriek Diver's fine. Snare Spinner's a nice little pickup here. Okay, Nurture is exactly what we wanted. So nice when you're splashing. Maybe another martyr. Divination. Don't think I'm getting that far. I don't think I'm playing Last Step Behemoth, so I always like taking Force Landing in case you get paired against Kefnet. Okay. So if I was at... Cool, see you Gary, I'll let you know how it goes. I put these up on YouTube as well. Although I actually got a copyright claim on one of my YouTube videos today. From Bell Media of all people, which is like a Canadian network TV channel. Which I don't get. Okay, what are we cutting? So, sideboard card, average. Yeah, I know, I have no idea what it is. God, you go to bed so early, Matt Lay, it's unreal. You can at least stick around and help me build this deck, though. Yeah, that's what I thought, except the content ID claim was for visuals. That's what threw me off. Okay, so legitimate question. Are we playing white here? Because if we're not, or we're just lightly splashing it, it might just be doing something like this. And if we're already splashing blue, what did I just cut by accident? Yeah, I prefer the blue splash as well. Like, if we blue splash, I assume we do cut this Grateful Apparition. Because I guess the question is it worth keeping in if you're just proliferating? But we've got like Pollenbright Druid, Amass tokens, more Amass tokens, this, Ashiok. Yeah, I mean, this mana is a bit clunky, and to be honest, I don't know how to build a mana base with this. I'm kind of tempted to not play any planes. I don't know if I want to put in Rising Populace. So if we've got planes, I probably want green more than anything because we're splashing everything off of green. Ow! I just stabbed myself by accident. Yeah, this seems like a fine deck. Like, it's even a deck we can sideboard into green, white, splash, black if we need to. Actually. No, we're not splashing black with Storivin Casualties of War. Yeah, this seems completely fine, to be honest. But how will it do? We might legitimately have to wait for Monday. Because I definitely want to stick to Slay the Spire tomorrow. I'm out on Thursday, out on Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, find out next week. And now I can't draft. Fuck. Well, I don't even have time to like record it and put it up on YouTube. Because Thursday, I think I'm either going to another poetry thing or going to Avengers Endgame. Friday I've got a work night out. Saturday's my dad's wedding. Sunday I'll probably be drafting at something. I don't know. Yeah, but this seems like a sweet deck to stream. I don't know. I'm gonna pin out that message and treasure it, Matley, that you might actually forgive me. But I'm gonna call it there, so Matley can go to sleep and I can do something that isn't streaming and make food. But yeah, that was actually really fun. Like yesterday, I was not in the mood to stream, but here we are. But yeah, thanks for coming along. See you tomorrow for Slay the Spire. Follow me on Twitter @Sonata. Follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/thesonata. Like, share and subscribe? Enjoy your life.